Hi everybody, this is Joyce, and today I'm going to pull a card for the week of December 1st through the 7th for each of the zodiac signs. This can apply to your sun, moon, or rising. So this is something that I may be doing on a regular basis. We'll see what happens, and I'm just going to get right into it. And this is for the week of December 1st through 7th for each of the zodiac signs. It could be applied to your sun, moon, or rising. And the card for Aries is the King of Wands. Isn't that fitting? So Aries, you are going to be in your element this week. This is a week where you can put forward your ideas. You can be a leader. You are going to be charismatic and sexy, and everyone is going to be looking favorably at you. And this is just a time for you to shine. Just be yourself. Also keep in mind that this could be a week where you shine in the workplace especially. So keep that in mind too. But it could also be generally Aries. So that's for you. And for Taurus, my fellow Taurians, I'm a Taurus sun and moon. And for Taurus, the card is the Page of Wands. So Taurus, this is also a week where you can put your ideas forward, where you can start projects, especially at work, where you can also be a leader. But with the Page, you have to be careful about your confidence. Just know that you can do whatever it is you set out to do, and just believe in yourself and in your abilities. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Mistakes can be corrected, and no one is expecting perfection from you, and therefore you don't have to be self-conscious or feeling that you have to do everything perfectly. So get your ideas out there and see the magic that can happen for you. So good luck with that, Taurus. And now we're going to go to Gemini. Gemini, sun, moon, and rising. The card for you is the Two of Swords. So this may be a week where you have to make a decision, where you're going to have to decide between one option or another, and it is probably going to be two very opposite things. And the thing to do, Gemini, is to not get too much into your head. Of course, you have to use your head to make the decision, but also take into consideration how you feel. If you can balance these two elements, your heart and your head, then you are going to be more likely to be able to make a good decision. So keep that in mind, and don't forget to look at all the details. Take the blindfolds off. Don't try to make a decision hastily, and don't try to make a decision based on how you want things to go. Make sure that you take off the blindfolds, look at every detail carefully, and also take into consideration how you feel. So that's for you, Gemini. And good luck with making any decision that you have to make this week. And now we're going to Cancer. Cancer, sun, moon, and rising. And excuse me, the card for Cancer is the Page of Swords. So this is a great time also for you, Cancer, to get your ideas going. You too possibly could be in a leadership position, or else you are part of a team that is tasked to get a project going. And there are a lot of ideas floating out there, and you are having to make your contribution, and it seems that you can make a great contribution. You're going to be able to be the one to take the ideas and actually form a plan that is full of detail, and you're going to be able to communicate to the other members of your team how this plan should go. However, with the page, there's a warning that you maybe have to make sure that you don't overpower people. Be diplomatic in how you put your ideas across. Don't be too blunt. Don't cut over people. Don't disregard what other people are saying in favor of your own ideas. Be a team member, but also be someone who is strong enough to effectively put across their ideas. So that could be something that's really great for you, Cancer. So that sounds exciting. And so next we have Virgo. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. Next we have Leo. Leo is next. And for Leo, for the week of December 1st through 7th, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The card is the World. So, Leo, you can strut your stuff this week. You have put in a lot of work, and now you are really see the results of that. You have learned a lot. You've gained a lot of wisdom, and this is a week where you can really, really shine. Take the lessons that you have learned in the recent past and really put those lessons to work in order for you to move forward in the future. This is really a time for you to build upon what you already have and to even gain greater success. So congratulations, Leo. Okay, and then just drop the card as I always do. We go again. All right. So now we go to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And the card for you, Virgo, is the King of Pentacles. So this is a great week for you to put your money matters in order. You are the boss. You are the one who has control of what you spend and what you save. And so now is the time to really take those skills that you have in order to really make plans for what you want to do within your home. And also this could be a time where you are taking leadership in the workplace as well. Maybe you are in charge of money matters in terms of a project. So whether it's in the home or whether it's at work, make sure that you put your common sense skills to good use in order to make the most of the money that you have. So there you go, Virgo. Now we're moving on to Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of December 1st and 7th. 1st through the 7th. And the card we have is the Four of Swords. So Libra, this may be a time where you kind of lay back a little bit, where you have been doing a lot of planning, a lot of thinking. You may have had to deal with a lot of conflict lately. So this is a week where it might be a good idea for you to just step back from the action for a little bit and just rest. Sometimes the best thing to do when you have problems and conflict is to not engage with them directly. You know, do other things, meditate, or else otherwise get your mind off your problems. And sometimes during that rest period, in the background, subconsciously, your mind is going to come up with solutions. So take it easy this week. Give your brain a rest. Do something fun that you like. And when the time comes, maybe next week will be the time where you can begin to tackle those problems once again. So there you have it, Libra. take it easy for a minute. And now we have Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The card for you for next week is Justice. So Scorpio, this may be a time where you are starting to see the results of some decisions that you have made, or some decisions that other people are making on your behalf, whether it's a court case or whether it's just simply a matter at your job, some type of arbitration, and maybe even people who you have been having misunderstandings with. This is going to come to a head, and it's going to come to a point where decisions are going to be made, and most likely they're going to be made in your favor. This could also be a time for you to look at yourself and to maybe not judge yourself so harshly. We all are doing our best, and so are you. So even if things have not gone perfectly in the past, that's okay. Every day is a new beginning, and you have the ability to decide that maybe you're not such a bad person after all. So think about that, Scorpio. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week of December 1st through 7th. And the card for Sagittarius is Temperance. So, Sag, this is a time for you to get your life in balance. If you have been putting out a lot of energy and not receiving anything back from it, then this is a time for you maybe to adjust yourself. If you give more than you get, then maybe this is something that you need to think about. And by the same token, if you are receiving from other people or a situation and you're really not putting in the work, you may be lucky for right now, but eventually, if you don't put in the work to get the outcome that you would like, you may run out of luck and you will get nothing back in return. So make sure that your life is balanced in that way, in terms of give and take. So think about that, Sagittarius, and good luck. And the next we have is Capricorn. So for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have the Five of Swords. So Capricorn, if you are involved in any type of conflict, any type of argument, any type of clash in terms of ideas, or just verbally with someone, maybe this is a time where you can decide whether or not this is actually something you should be putting your energy into. Are you forcing the issue just so that you can say that you are right? And on the other hand, is someone being so unreasonable that you really can't have an honest disagreement with? If that is the case, walk away, chalk it up to experience, and maybe come back to it at a time when both of you are being a little bit more reasonable. And if you are overpowering someone with your words or using intimidation, then think about, is that really worth it? Are you using more force than is really necessary? So there you have it for Capricorn. And now we have Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. The card we have for you is the Five of Pentacles. So is this a week where perhaps you are feeling less than, that you do not feel supported, that you don't have enough, that somehow you are in lack. And if that is the case, perhaps this is a time for you to look around you and see whether or not there is some small thing or even a big thing that you can do in order to feel a little bit more supported. Do you need to ask people for support? Do you need to go to an agency or a doctor in order to feel a little bit more supported? And if that's the case, then absolutely do so. Don't sit around and think that there is nothing for you to do, that you don't have something, and that there's no way for you to get it. Think of the possibilities and determine whether there is a way that you can get some of your needs met. And it could be simply a matter of just asking the right people. And excuse me. And don't forget that perhaps it's a matter of perspective. Also look within yourself to make sure that you are not forgetting about the things that you do have and using those resources that you actually do have in order to help you get more of it, or else to get something else that you also need. So tap into your inner resources and the resources around you, Aquarius. And finally, we have Pisces. Pisces, the card for you this week, Sun, Moon, and Rising, is the Three of Pentacles. So this may be a time during this week where you are really doing well when it comes to your work, or when it comes to finances, or when it comes to doing something that you are really good at. It could be a craft, it could be a hobby, it could also be, like I said, a work project. And so really take pride in what you're doing, and also be confident that what you are doing has value. Also, you may be attracting the attention of your boss, your supervisor, or other people who are admiring the work that you're doing and also acknowledging that you are doing a good job. And also keep in mind that you can ask other people for their opinion if you want to improve upon what you're doing. Maybe ask someone who is an expert at what you're trying to do, or someone who has experience with that, and maybe learn a few tricks of the trade in order to make your project better or to help you in your future endeavors. So keep that in mind, Pisces, and I hope everyone enjoyed that. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If you would like a personal reading, please visit my Etsy shop. You can also think about becoming a patron. Most patrons are eligible to get readings each and every month. And thanks for listening, and I will talk to you soon.